Okay, this is a follow-up to my video on my babblings of being plant-based slash vegan diet, which I no longer call a diet. I call my lifestyle. This is what I've been doing. I would say I'm 95% plant-based. I've had some questions and emails of people asking me if I'm still doing it, and I know for a while I've been saying that I was gonna post a video, but you know, things have been kind of busy and stuff, and every time I think I'm gonna do it, something comes up. Um, so this is my video, just, you know, proving, yeah, I'm still plant-based, 95%. No meat, no chicken, no dairy at all, cheese. Well, actually, once in a great while, I'll have a slice of pizza, but I don't really like the way the cheese feels in my stomach, so I usually just eat a vegan pizza. I'll try to make one, but my cooking skills are still not great. I can make Indian flatbread. It took me 2 days to figure that one out, but I got it and I like it. Um, so yeah, and I say like 95% plant-based because, like I said, I had the cheese pizza, a slice of cheese pizza once in a while, and fish if we go out, my husband and I, for dinner or something, and there's nothing really there. I will, you know, have fish. I try to have like more shellfish, and I know some people say whatever. Um, I kind of just think maybe they can't feel pain because being on doing this, the plant-based lifestyle, has really made me actually become more aware of the environment. And I think it's a good thing. I went out and I bought reusable shopping bags. So I try to remember them. I've been doing pretty good. Bring in reusable shopping bags when I go food shopping. I also bought these like netted vegetable bags. So instead of using the green plastic bags to put your, you know, veggies in and stuff, I will use these reusable and washable netted bags. I've cut down a lot on stuff. I'm trying to go more natural. I'm in the process of switching over my makeup. To more of a natural based. I'm kind of a makeup snob. I like good makeup. I'm not going to say the line that I use, but it's not, you know, inexpensive. It's not, you know, drugstore. And I've been trying to find an organic makeup line that is comparable to it. I've been trying different things. I have yet to find really what I like. I know I did some research in Tarte lipsticks, lip glosses, the lip crayons. I actually really like those. Those are vegan. I use those. The Tarte eyeliner is vegan. I think the foundation is in question. But even if I end up right now using the Tarte, which is probably what I'm going to end up doing, until I can find something that I like, I'm going to use the Tarte because at least it's like less chemicals than what I'm using now. And it is formulated without a lot of stuff, which is good. So I will be switching over to Tarte. I'm just waiting as my makeup runs out. I just kind of replace it with the Tarte. Skincare is purely organic. I do use the Origins, and I like it. I like the Origins a lot. I actually got some from my mom too, and she likes it. So I'm sticking with the Origins for cleanses and stuff. And yeah, so it's kind of affected my life. Been watching still more a lot of documentaries and learning, which is good. I think the moment we stop learning, we become almost complacent, and that's not good. I have to admit, I never thought about it before. I'm also a down snob, and by down I mean like down comforters, down pillows, you know, the 700, 800 thread count, you know, with the 650, 800 fill. People who know down know what this means. And I watched a documentary. It was from the Kind Life website, Alicia Silverstone's, and it was a down farm, and it showed how the geese are treated and the ducks, and cried. I just said, you know, God didn't intend for us to abuse animals to this extent for money. It says in the Bible, the kind of, what is it? Oh, yeah, I'm going to fumble, right? Um, Even the kindest acts of the wicked are cruel to their animals, and that a righteous loves them. I said that totally woof, but it's it's in the Bible that even the kind a righteous man cares for the needs of his animals. Thank you, Lord. But even the kindest acts of the wicked are cruel, and I feel like that's what we've become now. It's all about the money, and and I'm not going to sit here and put down anybody who eats meat. I'm not going to do that because that's your thing, and I whatever. It's your own, whatever you're happy with. But I do have an issue with the way it's being produced. I mean, an animal has the right to live in a, a good home environment. They don't need to be standing in piles and piles of feces and sick and then being slaughtered in a really inhumane way. So, yeah, it's kind of like it bothers me because I think of my dog Kina. My husband and I wanted for Christmas a couple years ago to rescue a dog. That's all I wanted, a Pomeranian, because I love Pomeranians. And we found this great place. Actually, it's Tales of Courage. And you can find them on Google them, Tales of Courage. They're a fantastic organization with rescuing animals from really, really bad situations. And I think it's like all over the country, not positive, but I think, or at least, close to the Northeast area. And she was abused. She was left in a cage her whole life, just pumping out, puppy mill babies. And, she had a C-section at one point where her insides fused together. They had to separate it. And we got her maybe a week or 2 weeks after she was rescued from this particular puppy mill. And it broke my heart. I've never seen an animal cower in the corner and shake and shiver. And when I went to go touch her, she ducked and she would just curl up, and it broke my heart to think, how could somebody treat an animal like this? And she was so thin because they were done with her. They were just basically starving her to death. So when I would feed her, she would eat everything all at once because she didn't know where her next meal was coming. And it took about a month, and I had to just kind of like grab her and like hug her and love her, and she would literally in my lap shake like she wouldn't stop, and I'd be in tears because I just couldn't believe this animal could do this. So I think it made me see a side to people that I knew existed, but it never really, I guess, touched home till I got this dog. And now you would never even know she was abused. She's fantastic. She's beautiful. She's the most loving dog. She demands attention. Um, her person, she's the funniest little thing. Her tail just wags like a flag, and she has no teeth because of what she went through. But when she smiles, when she looks at you and her tail's wagging and her mouth opens and she's got no teeth with this really big, big smile, animals know love. They know it and they feel it. So because of that, it's just kind of made me a little bit more aware of what is happening. So yeah, that's my personal thing. And like I said, I'm not one of these people going to be like, you got to do this, you got to do this. How could you, blah, 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 how could you eat meat? That's not me. Everybody has their own walk. Everybody has their own beliefs. Whether I agree with them or not, that's a whole other story. I might be right and you might be wrong. No, I'm just teasing. But for me personally, it's just something that I just don't have a desire to do. And I did discover by not eating meat since, July, I crave the things like meats made like buffalo fingers. I loved buffalo fingers before I went plant-based, and now I'm realizing it's not the chicken I was craving, it was a sauce. It's not, the barbecue chicken, it was the barbecue flavoring, stuff like that. So, I'm learning how to cook things to kind of like bring those flavors still in a healthy way. Buying organic for the most part. I try. Some things are like expensive, so I'm kind of grateful I don't eat the meat, because organic meat in New England can be very pricey. And yeah, so I stick to the veggies and potatoes and beans and rice. I do take a B12 supplement every now and a couple of days a week. Um, but I do feel better, I have to say. Cutting the dairy and the eggs and all that stuff out, I feel so much better. My hair, in my last video, I mentioned that I went through a couple of years of really stressful things. And because of it, I had lost a lot. I mean, I think you can even see it up here. It's like I got things in the light. You can see, no matter how I part my hair, you can see like this much hair growth coming in. Because thank you, Lord, my hair's growing back. But that was like very devastating to be, seeing your hair, like clumps of hair, every time you brushed it, or you wake up and there's like hair on your pillow. And I do think it was a combination, probably of my diet, and stress. I think the stress really did a number on me, and my diet wasn't helping. So with the whole change of diet, I've been able to maintain my weight. I really don't have to worry about the scale. I feel good. I have energy. I haven't worked out, which is odd because I worked out all the time. I kind of took a break from it, but I got to get back into it. And maybe it's because, I maintain my weight and I don't have to think about it. So I'm like, now I don't have to work out, but I do, because I've turned a year older since my last video. And yeah, my hair's thicker. It was a concern. I remember in when I first started, maybe a month or so in, my teeth were wicked sensitive. And I was like, what is going on? So on Facebook, one of the girls I'm friends with, she created a group, PEA, Plant Eaters Anonymous, and Kim, and she's fantastic. Her and her husband own a health food store. I believe it's in California. So she knows a lot about the organic products and stuff. So I had asked her a question about the teeth, and she said she never really heard of it, but gave me some advice on some toothpaste and stuff like that. But come to find out, light dawned on Marblehead. I was drinking water, so I got tired of the water, so I added lemon and lime to it. And it was the lemon that was making my teeth sensitive, because I stopped, and I've never had sensitive teeth again, which I don't drink soda at all. Still only water. Once in a while, I'll get like soda flavored soda water. It's no chemicals or anything. And I'll have that like on a Friday night as like my treat. The cooking thing is still not, as I said, going good. I thought about trying to find a vegan / plant-based cooking school, or somebody who'd be willing to teach me to cook, but I can't find it. I just seem to find raw cooking classes, and I'm not raw. I watch stuff, and I still kind of read on it and stuff, and I think in the summertime I might incorporate some juicing, but the raw, we'll see. I've learned never say never, because we'll see. So yeah, but I wanted to do this video because I've been asked, and I know I've been saying that I was gonna do it, and so here it is. And yeah, this is not a diet. This has become my way of life. My husband even kind of like does it, and let me tell you, I have been watching so many documentaries. Like I think I've seen them all. A couple more to go. My husband will sit there and watch them with me and stuff. I find some conflicting things, and maybe anyone who watches this out there can kind of help me with it. Like, you hear whole wheat bread, whole wheat rice, whole wheat this, whole wheat that. And then other people say gluten's bad. And then I don't know really. I do the best I can with that. And then some people say, be careful of the starches because the starches will make you gain weight, which I was low carb, basically no carb for almost 10 years. So that mentality of the starches and stuff, I've had to kind of redo in my mind and think completely differently. It was like a whole different mindset than what I was used to going plant-based. And some people say starches are good. Some people say all starches. I think there's just so much information that I went into like info overload. I research and I still find myself doing it a couple times a week. And I just kind of like take things in and then I just sit back and I listen and I watch other people, how they're doing it, and then I just kind of see how it works for myself. So that is my dog. So yeah, that's where I've been at, and I'll probably end up doing another video soon.